Welcome back from the hood to hair. This is episode 10, Finding My Voice in the Industry. There's a moment in every career where you stop asking, do I belong here? And you start asking, what do I actually bring to the space? For me, that moment came when I started realizing something within the beauty industry. The way I saw beauty was a little different from the people around me. When I first started working in salons, I was concerned with getting better, learning the technique, and understanding the craft. But the longer I worked behind the chair, the more I started to notice something. Beauty standards inside the industry were specific. Certain looks were considered beautiful. Certain hair textures were easier to celebrate. Certain styles are what people expected to see. And growing up where I grew up, I didn't see beauty that way. Because where I grew up, beauty looked like a lot of different things. I grew up in Pacoima, California. Culture was everywhere. Music, style, hair, expression. Hair just wasn't about looking polished. It was about identity. It was about pride. It was about showing the world where you come from. But when I entered the professional beauty world, I realized something. A lot of that culture wasn't represented. And at first, I didn't know where I would fit in. For most of my life, I had already learned how to adapt. I learned how to code switch, how to lose the accent and lose the Chicano tone. I had to learn to speak in a way that made everyone feel comfortable. I also had to speak in a way that made me sound professional, because I never wanted anybody to look at me and immediately think to themselves, he's from the hood. But the funny thing about creativity is you can only hide who you are for so long before it starts showing up in your work. And that's when something clicked for me. The things I thought I needed to hide are the things that gave me the perspective I needed to thrive. The culture I grew up around, the people I grew up around, the way that we expressed ourselves through style and hair, that perspective started to shape how I approached my work. And once I understood that, everything changed because I stopped trying to blend in. I started to pay attention to what made me and my approach unique. No better, no worse, just different. And in creative industries, different is powerful. Hair had already started to become a craft for me, but at this point, it was starting to become something different. A way to express my perspective, a way to tell the story of where I come from. And in the next episode, I'm going to talk about the first time I started noticing that perspective was getting noticed. Because the moment people start recognizing your work, a whole new set of challenges begin. Thanks for watching From the Hood to Hair. Make sure you follow for weekly episodes.